Hi everyone, this is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews, and today we are going to go over our top picks for our best walkable treadmills. Now, not everybody has running goals. I mean, some people just need a way to get in extra steps during the day. So that's why we've kind of put this roundup together of our picks for the best treadmills to add in extra steps and do all of the walking that you want. Before we get into that, make sure to subscribe to our channel if you like seeing anything treadmills, ellipticals, rowers. If you are a cardio queen or a cardio king, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you can see all of our upcoming reviews. Also, we have a lot of strength-based equipment and reviews coming your way. So if you want to get into that, make sure to subscribe as well. Also, if any of the products that you see today are something you're interested in purchasing, use the link below the like buttons to do so. It does give us a small commission without any extra cost to you. Just helps us continue to bring you quality videos, which is what we love to do. And for transparency's sake, some of these treadmills have been sent to us by the company for review. Doesn't change our honest opinion, our honest take of what we think about these treadmills. We're always going to shoot it to you straight. So let's get into it. Now, normally I like to save our top overall treadmill pick for last because I want to keep you engaged and hooked and keep you watching. But I'm in a crazy mood today, so let's go ahead and start off with our top pick for our overall best walkable treadmill, the Sol F63. All right, so to start things off, I want to talk about the speed on this treadmill. Now, I know that this is intended for walking purposes, and I think that it does that, but if you ever decide that you want to up your walking game into some more jogging or running, the speed on this treadmill can accommodate that. It goes up to 12 miles per hour, which is plenty fast. It also has incline settings up to 15% grade. So anytime I see a treadmill that offers a lot of incline settings, especially if I'm thinking about somebody wanting to primarily walk, I think it's a great option because it's just going to allow you to really diversify your walking training. On the display, you're going to see your basic metrics, things like your time, your distance. It does have heart rate, your calories burned. It also, and for whatever reason, I find this quite nostalgic, has a little track that along the display so you can follow along your progress on the track. I think it brings me back to my YMCA days or something like that. I'm not sure, but for whatever reason, I really enjoy that feature. Now, this treadmill does have a large 3.0 CHP motor, which again is going to accommodate all the amount of walking that you want to do, but also will allow you to do some serious running if later on you want to add that in. The deck size on this is 60 inches by 20 inches, which is exactly what we like to see. Can accommodate anybody at any height who has a long stride, anybody who's tall, without any fear of falling off the side or falling off the back. Now, the treadmill itself has a weight capacity of 325 pounds, which is a great weight capacity over kind of the industry standard of about 300. The bummer part about this is it does weigh 254 pounds. So it's not something that I would consider portable by any means, and wherever you decide to set this treadmill is going to be where you want to keep it. I know for me, I wouldn't be wanting to lug this thing around from room to room. Wherever I decide to set this up is definitely where I want to keep it. Next on our list is the best walkable treadmill for under $500, and that is the Go Plus 2-in-1 foldable treadmill. Now, this thing is small and compact. It also has a 2.25 HP motor, which I think is actually a great motor size for something that I would only use walking on. It also has a 5-layer belt deck, which means that it's supposed to provide some cushioning, some extra shock absorption as you're walking on it. Now, I would just say anything at a cheaper price point, you're not going to notice the most cushioned belt deck. However, I didn't notice that it was jarring, and I would say it felt really comfortable to walk on. The belt deck on this is only 40 inches long, so I do think that really limits anybody maybe over 5'8", 5'9", from feeling really confident and comfortable even doing walking on it. I'm 5'4". I felt like it was fine. I think if you're on the shorter side, the belt deck is fine, but it is something to consider. The speed on this goes to 7.5 miles per hour, which is around an 8-minute mile. Now, I personally don't know anybody who's walking that fast, but it is capable of reaching a little bit of those higher speeds. And again, if you are on the shorter side and maybe want to add in some light jogging, it can accommodate those higher speeds. Lastly on this, it does have an LCD screen, nothing fancy, but it is going to display your basic metrics, things like your time, your distance, your calories. I would say overall, this is a great foldable treadmill. It's compact, it's lightweight, and it's a really budget-friendly option. Next on our list is the Sunny Health and Fitness T4400, and we put that in the best treadmill for walking on a budget. Now, this machine has a lot going for it, and it is under $450. It's compact, it's lightweight. Another feature that it has is incline, so it actually has 3 incline options. The bummer part about this is they are manual, so you do have to adjust them before you start your walking program. However, to have any sort of incline options for a budget-friendly treadmill is a bonus. It does have a smaller deck size at 40 by 15.5 inches. So again, if you are on the taller side, anything, 5'8", 5'9", or you are somebody with a longer stride length, I don't know how comfortable I would feel doing any sort of jogging or running. And maybe even consider, if you are on the taller side, not looking at this treadmill because it is quite short. But if you're on the shorter side, I think this belt deck for walking is totally fine. Another feature that I like is it has dual water bottle holders. It also has buttons on the side for start and stop, and also you can adjust your speed on the side handlebars. There is a shelf on your display for you to put your smart device, your tablet, your phone, if you want to watch Netflix, Hulu, whatever it is. However, when you do have that on the shelf, it is going to block your view from the screen. Not a big deal for me, but if you're somebody who really wants to be seeing your metrics, seeing the distance, tracking your calories, it might be something to consider. The max weight capacity on this is 220 pounds, which when I think about something like the Go Plus 2-in-1 or the Urevo, where their max capacity for weight is 265, 275, it does kind of not hit the mark. It really limits people from using this machine. So it's just something to consider. If you need a higher weight capacity, this isn't going to be a good fit for you. Overall though, I like the incline features. It is easy to fold. It's portable, lightweight, and overall a solid walkable treadmill if you are on a budget. Next on our list is our best foldable treadmill for walking, and that is the Echelon Stride. So when you fold up this treadmill, it actually reaches just over 10 inches deep. So really compact, easy to fold, isn't going to take up a lot of room. I would also say this is a really sturdy machine. Whether I was walking, jogging, I even tried a bit of running on it, it felt like there was no shakiness and it felt really solid. The treadmill itself goes up to 12 miles per hour, so you have plenty of range to do all the fast-paced walking that you want. Again, you are able to run on this treadmill because it does reach those higher speeds. It also has an incline of 12%, so it can go pretty far up. Again, if you're looking for a walking-specific treadmill, looking for a treadmill with incline options is always a plus in mine, because it really just allows you to diversify any sort of walking training you're gonna do. I would say one kind of bummer part about this treadmill, especially if you're thinking that you want to move into running eventually, is it does have a smaller motor size at 1.75 CHP. Now, I think this is totally fine for walking, maybe some light jogging, but over time, I wouldn't necessarily love this motor size for running specifically. Last little thing about this is it does have a 10-inch touchscreen, which I think is a great feature. It makes the treadmill look a little nicer. And if you have an Echelon membership, you can go ahead and use that in conjunction with the treadmill and take all of their on-demand classes or live classes with this treadmill. Next on our list is our top pick for the best manual treadmill, and that is the Trueform Trainer. Now, if you have not run on a manual treadmill before, it's definitely different. I actually really enjoy it. One of the things about this manual treadmill is that there's actually a slight curve on the belt deck versus like a horizontal track that you're used to running on. Now, with this feature, it really allows you to strike your foot with a midfoot instead of your heel or on your toe. This is the proper running form, so it kind of does a little bit of the work for you. And when you're striking with your midfoot, it actually helps prevent injury, minimize injury, so that's exactly what we want to see. Now, this is not a budget-friendly option by any means. I mean, the treadmill's close to $4,000. However, I personally love this. After using it, I personally would not want to go back to a different type of treadmill. So I think that if you have the space and you have the budget, this is a really good one to look at. Another feature about this is it doesn't have any sort of speed options. Basically, you are the machine, you are the speed. So if you want to increase your pace, you are the one to do so. You have to increase it. If you want to decrease your speed, you have to decrease your pace. It's basically up to you and your efforts to control how fast or slow you want it to go. It does have a weight capacity of 500 pounds, which is 200 pounds more than industry standard. So if you are needing something above that 300-pound mark, this is a good one to look at. I will say it cannot be folded. It is incredibly heavy. However, if you have the budget and you have the space, I think this is a really good treadmill. Lastly, our pick for the best under-the-desk treadmill, and that is the Urivo 2-in-1 treadmill. The Urivo is great for anybody who is tight on space. I mean, the whole thing only weighs 59 pounds and can be easily folded and really compact. The treadmill costs under $400 and it has speeds of 7.6 miles per hour. Now, I still would only recommend this treadmill for walking primarily. The belt deck size is 42 by 16.9 inches long, so not the biggest that we see. I would use it primarily for walking, maybe some light jogging, but overall, I felt really sturdy, really comfortable as I used this machine. I think for anybody looking to add in extra steps throughout their day, whether that's in the office or at home, this is a really good one to look at. The handlebars can be easily raised or folded down depending on what you want to use it for. The whole thing only weighs 59 pounds and has a weight capacity of 275 pounds. So overall, a good treadmill for walking purposes. And if you're looking to do any sort of light jogging, maybe, but definitely not a whole lot of running on this. Overall, for a bare bones treadmill, this is actually my pick when I think about it compared to like the Go Plus 2-in-1 or the Xterra. I like the Urivo the best. Let us know in the comments what you think. What treadmill are you looking for when it comes to your walking goals? Is it something that you would move into running, or is it something specifically just to stay walking and adding in extra steps throughout your day? Let us know below. This has been Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews, and we'll catch you back here next time.